Hey, I'm Simon. I'm the CTO and a co-founder here at Sanity. And I'm here to introduce Sanity Create and explain how it works and how to work with it effectively. So this is how it looks. We'll get back to this. So today I'm going to think about and explain how I wrote this article. This is something I wrote in to tease the product. It's written in Sanity Create. Most of the text is like the literal text is created by Sanity Create, but of course all of the viewpoints, all the intentions, all the details is kind of attributable to me. It's my writing. Let's look at how that works. Let's look at how we used to work. So here I'm in Notion. This is how I would usually compile my notes in the past. This would take maybe a week. Over time, you would kind of assemble some key points that you wanted to make. I have some anecdotes I wanted to share. These are some brainstorming notes. Some of these things might have been shared with my collaborators and kind of hammered out together. There's some stylistic points. These are something we introduced when we started collaborating with AI, of course, because we don't usually need a style guide for personal blog posts, but it's useful for an AI. And then here is some context. This is just like my intro from the Sanity Connect event, which might contain some nuggets of context to understand what the product that I'm introducing is about. So in the past, we would then typically write like this. This is the setup for me and most other writers I have ever met, where you basically split your screen in two, or you work on two screens, and one side is all of your mess, all of your notes, all of your source materials and facts. And then on the right, you keep your distraction-free writing experience. And you work from left to right. And of course, this has been complicated recently because a lot of people now also use AI. And AI comes in the form of chat currently. So you'd have like your chat, and the way to engage that in your writing is to feed it context. So I would then take all of this text and I would say to GPT-4, I am writing a blog post. Here are my notes. Ooh, notes. And then I'd say dash, 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 write a first draft for me. So, I mean, this is extremely useful, as broken as it is. The good part is these language models are fantastic at bringing together all of my stuff, my mess of notes, and kind of giving it some kind of structure, which is really, really useful. And I think, as anyone knows, like fixing something that's slightly broken is much easier than creating it in the first place. So this is amazing kind of writer's block busting. The thing that I don't like about this, because now to iterate on this now, this chat expects me to now give it some feedback. So I'd say like, oh, make it more direct and relatable and be a bit funny. And then it will rewrite the whole thing. And this makes me, I mean, I want to be writing this post, not, this turns me into a copy editor. And it turns me into like an editor that just gives directions. I want to write. So Sanity Create is about embracing kind of this mode of working, like with like explicit context, this massive context, and like the writing being about refining that into content. And this way of working with AI, giving AI lots of context and having an informed AI being able to help you knowing about all the stuff you're trying to do. One thing that annoys me with a lot of AI embedded in kind of writing tools today is that it doesn't know anything that is not already in the text. So in a sense, the only thing it can do is obvious stuff like completing your cliches or hallucinating based on no information. Sanity Create is, of course, different. Because with Sanity Create, you have this here, this collection of notes. You can share Sanity with your team. So this can be a kind of a blackboard, a shared place for your team and your collaborators to decide on what context goes into this project. So let's just do that now based on this old set of notes. So I'd say like, oh yeah, these are my key points. Let me just copy this and paste it. Oh, and the formatting is broken because this is early access, and this will hopefully be fixed by the time you get to do this. But numbered lists for not formatted correctly. Okay, anyway, so these are my key points. I'll bring in my anecdotes, copy, add, paste, and you'll see that it took that old note and I pasted recently, and I will categorize it, and it will like mark it as what kind of content this is. This is context. This is like background information. Another cool thing is that notes can be kind of easily, for example, split. So these are two different anecdotes. So I can kind of keep them separate. I can collapse them, and hopefully this will be categorized. This will all be categorized in time. So I'll add my brainstorming notes. Beep. Copy. New note. Paste. And then style guide. Copy. New note. Paste. And then this I'll bring in the title as well, because this is hard to understand without the title. And here we go. Yeah, you'll see. Let's just see if this will be categorized if I open it. So you'll see also that it detects that this is like style guide. So we'll mark it as such. This impacts how it gets introduced to the AI when prompting. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's give it a title. Let's see if that helps. It is not important. The title here is, of course, just like a useful. Yeah, here we go. I think that was just me editing it and then making it marked as needing processing. Anyway, so here we have all the context brought in. What I usually do as well is giving it kind of like a mission statement. I'm writing a blog post about how to create content along in collaboration with AI. And my key point is that it isn't that using LLMs isn't like programming. It's like being a good leader. Make it direct and simple, relatable and friendly. I am I need to add the blog post as Simen Svale, CTO and co-founder of Sanity IO. The post will go up at sanity.io/blog. I find that sometimes it helps to tell where this is going, because the AI is, of course, trained on all the content on the internet. So this is like a public place. That seems to kind of help it pick up on the style. Yeah, let's see if this is enough. Maybe it might be enough. So let's start writing. So there are two main things I can do in this tool after bringing up my context. I can activate the blip, and it can do two things for me. It can ghostwrite, and it can run an instruction. So running instructions is a little bit like chatting. It's like I ask it to do something, it will do it, and it can sometimes result in this wall of text, and sometimes that's what you want. Or it can ghostwrite. That means like I am in the middle of writing something, and it can kind of keep going based on all of my context. So initially, let's just workshop some titles. What are some good titles for this post? Make it personal, relatable, and simple. now it will kind of go through all the context, and it will, based on all of the context and also my prompt, it will now kind of propose some titles. My journey learning to collaborate with AI, lessons from an AI co-author, confessions of an empowering AI. Oh, I don't like stuff like that. Crafting content in the age of AI assistants. Shall we ask it to make it a little bit humorous? Because I feel it needs like a little bit of a stop effect, right? Like it needs to be something that's a little bit funny, that it is clear even from the title that it is going to be like a personal story. That time I told AI to believe in itself. Oh my God, that's a great one. That's one of the anecdotes. I think that is actually a better title than the one that went up on the blog. Amazing. Okay. So while it is dropping that text into the document, that time, here we go. Okay. Now we want to start writing, but we don't, of course, want it to start there in the story. So we want to say, let's see if we can just pick up on like, if I do like introduction. So I will, of course, not have that kind of subtitle in the text in the end, but it can like help prompt it. So now I hit command period, control period in Windows. Yeah, now it just like goes straight to the story, which is not what we want. It can help maybe. I'll say like I'm a big believer in AI as a content as a collaborator. Let's see if it can kind of keep going from there. Like I want to like go way back, and then we will end at the time I told an AI to believe in itself. That will be our punchline in the creative process. Rather than a tool to simply automate tasks, I see AI as an intelligent partner that can enhance and empower human creativity. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, maybe. One experience that I really drove this home for me was when I was experimenting using AI to generate 3D models based on my coworkers' faces. I wanted to print the model, so I asked the AI to export them in the STL file format used by 3D printers. At first, the AI said it couldn't do it because it didn't have an STL exporter. But then I expressed my confidence that the STL format was fairly straightforward and that I believed the AI could probably create the exporter on its own. To my delight, the AI agreed the format was indeed simple, and it went ahead and wrote the exporter itself. It gave me the STL files, and they worked perfectly on the first try. This is true. This is a true story. Uh, Using language models is not like programming. Yeah, but this is good. This experience really highlighted for me that working with AI language models is fundamentally different from traditional programming. As programmers, we're used to giving precise commands and constraints, but language models need something more. They need context, background, and understanding of the goal and why it matters. In other words, working with AI is more akin to being a good leader. You need to set clear goals, provide rich context, and share information to allow for creativity in solving the task at hand. It's about taking the lead in being bold with your intentions while also giving room for experimentation and even failure. Yeah, this is all of my key points pretty well put, I would say. Um, at Sanity, we see an exciting future where AI becomes an increasingly capable co-creator in the content process. Content creators will focus more on the strategy, insight, and intentions behind the content, while AI helps to shape and adapt the raw material into various final forms. This is the vision we'll be showcasing at our upcoming product launch on May 8th. We've been hard at work on the new AI-powered product that aims to empower content creators by providing AI tools that truly understands the context of what is being created. I think this proves the point. I'm incredibly excited to share more, and it's taking everything in me not to reveal it to you right now, but I promise it will be worth the wait. So mark your calendar and join us live on May 8th for the big reveal. I look forward to seeing you there as we explore the future of AI and content creation together. And then the byline will come somewhere else. This is good, I think. We could have like a middle part here because I want to go a little bit more into how, like um, Let's see if it can just kind of invent that for me. If I just ask it to write a heading here. Now I said this was a heading. Let's see what completion does for me. Because I think it could go like, yes, yes, yes. Let's do the three types of contexts. Here we go. So I wanted to have like a middle part, which is like is a guide for how to actually pull it off. And it is about these three ways of thinking about context. When I am prompting AI to assist with the content creation, I found it crucial to provide three key types of context. Raw material, it includes facts, information, and content for the AI to draw upon. The more relevant and high quality data you can feed the model, the better the output will be. Clear goals for the task. Articulate exactly what you want the AI to accomplish. Is it writing a blog post, generating ad copy, summarizing a long article? The more specific the goal, the more focused the AI efforts will be. Your intentions and key points. Share the overarching message you want to convey, the insights you want to deliver, and the tone and style you're aiming for. This is where you, as the content creator, provide the direction and the point of view. The AI can then help shape the raw material to align with those intentions. By giving the AI these three layers of context, you empower it to become a more creative partner. It's about seeding. It's not about ceding control to the AI, but rather guiding it with the right information and goals to enhance your own creative process. I think this is, so the formatting here is of course broken. So one thing that is amazing with Sanity Create is that it's also just like a super nice editor. We have the like in addition to like these normal tools like this, of course we have like slash commands. Oh, not here. We have like slash commands. I can do like a block quote there, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, did I mention sharing? Yeah. Anyway, so it's nice to just work in this, and then one part I can't demo right now because it's still kind of being worked through in quality assurance. Because this can now be pushed directly into my studio, but not right now. It will be launched very soon. But I think this already proves the point. This is an amazing value, and this is a great way to work that incorporates both the best way of working in the olden days with kind of the new ways of kind of working that's kind of being shaped with AI, brought into one cohesive experience that allows me to be the content creator, me to be the author. Thank you.